kehitystä ja tämä on erityisesti vihreää kolonialismia. Ja tämä päivä on osa tämän kansainvälisen kampanjan aktioita. Nämä alkoi torstaina 12. päivä, joka on tällainen kansainvälinen alkuperäiskansojen vastarinnan päivä. Ja päättyy huomenna, joka on Thomas Sankaran päivä, joka oli Burkina Fason presidentti ja panafrikkalainen vallankumouksellinen. Ja kohta kuullaan lisää tästä Turkana-järven tilanteesta, mutta vielä pari sanaa vihreästä kolonialismista. Eli nyt kun kaikilla on kiire ilmastokriisin pysäyttämiseksi, niin me herkästi sorrutaan sellaiseen ajatteluun, että me voidaan tehdä mitä tahansa jotenkin vihreiden arvojen puolesta. Ja silloin me saatetaan vaan lisätä tällaista kolonialistista asennetta. Esimerkiksi nämä tuulivoimalapuistot on tyypillisiä, joilla viedään alkuperäiskansojen maita. Samoin kun puhutaan sähköistämisestä ja sähköautoista, niin usein niihin tarvittavat materiaalit vaatii kaivoksia ja sitten ei aina mietitä, mitä kaikkea näiden kaivosten tieltä menee. Suomessa on erityisesti saamelaisten oikeudet ollut tapetilla ja esimerkiksi Norjan valtion alueella olevalla Saamenmaalla on saamelaisten elinkeinot ja saamelaisten maat ollut uhattuna ja niitä on käytetty hyväksi just tuulivoimaloiden vuoksi. Vihreä kolonialismi-sanaa voidaan käyttää myös silleen väärin, että jos puhutaan siitä, että suomalaiset menettää mökkimaisemansa sen takia, että tulee tuulivoimaloita, niin se ei ole vihreää kolonialismia, vaan nimenomaan se, että jos jatketaan sitä asennetta, että alkuperäiskansoja vaan riistetään meidän arvojen mukaan, niin se jatkaa sitä, että juuri ne, jotka kärsii ilmastokriisistä eniten, joutuu maksamaan kaikkein suurimman hinnan. Ja lisäksi nämä alkuperäiskansojen maiden luonto on hyvin haavoittuvaa ja arvokasta, ja se on erityisen tärkeää myös luontokadon estämiselle, että me pidetään siitä kiinni. Mutta kiitos tosi paljon, että olette tullut tänään.
Yes, and let's continue with English language. If you want to read the speech in Finnish, you can put me a message or come to talk to me or put Aurora a message and we can message you the whole text in Finnish language also. But let's shout a bit. When I ask, what do we want? You say, climate justice. What do we want?
Climate justice.
What do we want?
Climate justice.
What do we want?
Climate justice.
What do we want?
Climate justice.
Our climate activist work, it is important. We want a future that is just and secure. We need to build enough power so that just transition is in the heart of the political debate in Finland. And social justice determines the direction of our future. What is clear is that the center of the discussion is not colonialism. Of the couple percent of biodiversity that still exists in our world, 80% of it is in indigenous lands. We share a common world. The future of the global north and the global south and indigenous people depends on this diversity. It depends on the question how the climate movements of global north, the feminist movements and the social justice movements, the labor movements, how we get to know our colonial history and build meaningful transitional coalitions with global south and with indigenous peoples. How do we manage to grow as a collaborator? Defending the rights of indigenous peoples and workers in global south to their land and livelihoods. The future of us depends on it. There is essential need for the movements to be as united as the problem that we are solving. Today, 14th of 10th, we are standing in front of Finnfund. office in Helsinki in Finland. Finnfund is a Finnish development financer and impact investor owned by, example, Finnish state. This company says that it's a development financer. It's not true. It is not development that 200 people get a job and 1,200 people lose their lands because of the stolen lands that Finnfund stole. In 2014, Lake Turkana Wind Power, a company founded by Finnfund, built a wind farm in northern Kenya and the land of indigenous peoples in Turkana Lake. Finnfund founded the project, stole the lands without the community's consent. The company did not inform the local communities about the consultations related to the project. The forced resettlements in Lake Turkana, joten niin pakkosiirrot, ihmisten pakkosiirrot Turkana-järvellä, is oppression. And 40 community members were killed in the interior conflicts that was because of this project. Local activists told us that the land could have been owned by the community. The local community could have given shares or could have given money for the land that the Finnfund-founded company is using for the wind turbines. Finnfund's Director of Accountability, Tapio Vallenius, denies the indigenous status of the local and refuses to collaborate. Tapio Vallenius' words are not based on this reality. They are tools of oppression. Earlier this year, Finnfund sold its shares to BlackRock. How many knows what is a BlackRock? Kuinka moni tietää mitä BlackRock on? Some know, but many people don't know. This is dominating global asset manager, joten tällainen dominoiva globaali varainhoitaja that is collecting global energy, global food system, global logistics under it. And Finnfund made with this, by selling the project shares to BlackRock, made 200% profit. The cost of this profit is removal of 1,200 people from their lands. This is not development work. This is our tax money founded. Neocolonialist ways were ruling, divide, rule and collect the profits to global north. What is our message? Finnfund, now it's time for you to pay back. Now it's time for you to pay the profits where they belong. They belong to the tribes of Lake Turkana region. Finnfund is a land stealer. The profits belong to Turkana Lake. Let's shout together. Finnfund is a land stealer. Finnfund maavaras. Finnfund maavaras. Finnfund maavaras.
Finnfund maavaras.
Let's shout. Finnfund, pay the debt. Finnfund, maksa velka. Finnfund, maksa velka. Finnfund, maksa velka. Finnfund, maksa velka. This is our message from Global North. We don't want this system. This system is not for us. It's not for global South working people. It's not for indigenous people. It's just for rich people. This colonial theft is not an isolation. There's many projects like this. The Pohjoisen Wind project in Sapmiland. The Aster 1 project in Rastikaisa Sapmiland. US militias are putting same kind of project in Latin America, in Teutapec Isthmus, Teutopekin kannaksella. In indigenous lands, the wind is blowing free. And from this point of view, the racist capitalism is saying that this land is ours. This is not true. action of these corporations are the same continuum of colonialism, the green transition that we as climate activists are calling for when talking about carbon sinks, when talking about Finnish forest. It's not social justice unless we demand social justice with rage and love at the same time. What we want to demand is for social justice, a future where peoples and communities of the world have self-determination of the land, energy and food. We need a future where global north, we understand how colonialism steals land and food. Strong and wise resistance defends the rights of all people and all food. As a social justice climate activist, you are in the grip of power. In this transformation, step up and use your voice. Tomorrow is Thomas Sankara Day, a revolutionary leader in Burkina Faso that was killed in 1987. Thomas Sankara led with the politics Burkina Faso in a direction of food sovereignty, energy sovereignty. And what happened to Thomas Sankara when he raised his voice? He was assassinated 36 years ago by the French imperialists. Thomas Sankara said, when someone said that, there's no imperialism anymore. But Thomas Sankara said, look at your plate. What is in your plate? In your plate, there's rice, there's soya, there's fruits. It's imperialism. But there is no need to go further. This is a clear message. As a climate activist, we can say to ourselves, look at the statistics of fossil fuels, produced in north and produced in south. We know what is happening. Look at the statistics of 2.2 trillion worth of wealth going from north to south, and less than 1% going to another direction. We know what is this about. Look at the number of the people who have lost their homes due to climate crisis in north and in south. Look at the profits that Finnfund made, and look at the land that was stolen from Turkana Lake indigenous people. There is no need to go further. We know what it is about. Thomas Sankara brought the cancellation of global south debt in middle of economic discussion in Africa countries. He held a critical speech and criticized World Bank, IMF in a national meeting, and after that he was killed. After this clear message, French colonialists assassinated him. We are not assassinated if we speak of colonialism. This is the reason why we have to do this. We can't stay silent. Thomas Sankara says the origin of debt comes from colonialism. Those who lend us money are the ones who colonized us. They are the same people who used to run our states and our economies. These are the colonial masters who became indebted to Africa through their brothers and cousins who were the leaders. We had nothing to do with this debt. This debt is not real. The debt is neocolonialism, in which the colonial master have become technical assistants, like Finnfund. Finnfund is a colonial technical assistant. They offer us financing and some support to create development. We have been we have been set to go to these masters, and now we have been in debt in 50 and 60 years. That means that we have forced to compromise our own people 50 years. This debt, it's not real. Global South countries' economical debt, it's not real. We have to understand to look at the direction with when the resources flow. They are flowing to north. As long as the trade relations are not based on mutual trust and democracy, as long as country or a community is treated unfairly in trade relations and corporate power are climate and environmental problems. They are our problems as the climate activists. A social justice climate activist, let's use our power. we come together, step out the vicious cycle of European centricism and into global organized coalition of climate activists. We need to build power from grassroots that is uniting us, the struggles that we are facing that are united. You social justice activists, your role is important. You have the power to make difference. Join with your action group, with your movement, to make a difference. Join the Debt for Climate demands. Tue mukaan ilmastovelka-aktivismiin. Toimintaryhmäsi kanssa, ilmastoliikkeesi kanssa. Make a clear message. The finance debt of Global South must be cancelled. The financial debt of Global South, they are not real. It's a colonial trap that is maintaining the power of Stora Enso, that is maintaining the power of UPM, the companies that we are fighting for, that is maintaining the power of this system that has to change. They are the tool of maintaining domination of multinational corporations at the global level. We share the world. We are not free until we all are free. Let us put the top of our message to demand. World Bank and IMF Global South economic debts must be cancelled. Finnfund, land thief, pay your debts to the Lake Turkana tribes. Profits are not yours. Let's shout together. Finnfund, maavaras. Finnfund, maavaras. Finnfund, maavaras. Finnfund, maavaras. Let's shout together. Finnfund, maksa velka. Finnfund, maksa velka. Finnfund, maksa velka.
Finnfund,
maksa velka. And this is all connected. Once again, let's shout. Kuka on velkaaja kelle? And then you say, pohjoinen etelälle. Kuka on velkaaja kelle?
pohjoinen etelälle.
Kuka on velkaaja kelle?
Pohjoinen etelälle.
Kuka on velkaaja kelle? Pohjoinen etelälle. The global north workers, the global south workers, the indigenous peoples, we have the same struggle. We have to unite. There's no other solution. Thank you.
Haluatko vielä huudettaa? Paljon kello on?
Tässä on 24. Vielä hetki aikaa.
Okay. No mä katson.
We have still a moment time, so
Couple shouts.
we can a bit more shouts maybe would it be nice? Yes, since we are here.
Haluatko sä vai?
Haluatko sä huudattaa, niin mä voin ottaa vaikka video.
Vieläkö te jaksatte huutaa? Joo! Te huusitte hienosti. Otetaan pari vielä sellaista, mitä ei ollut äsken. Just transition.
Just transition.
Debt and climate justice.
Debt and climate justice.
Just transition.
Just transition.
Debt and climate justice.
Debt and climate justice.
Just transition.
Just transition.
Debt and climate justice.
Debt and climate justice.
Upeata. Ja sit vielä. Who owes who? Time to pay back.
Time to pay back.
Who owes who?
Who owes who?
Time to pay back.
Time to pay back.
Who owes who?
Who owes who?
Time to pay back.
Time to pay back.
Who owes who?
Who owes who?
Time to pay back.
Time to pay back.
Vieläkö te haluatte huutaa vai onko organisoitumisen aika? Selkeä. Kokeillaan tällaista. Vihreän kolonialismin.
Vihreän kolonialismin.
Pohja on rasismi.
Pohja on rasismi.
Vihreän kolonialismin.
Vihreän kolonialismin.
Pohja on rasismi.
Pohja on
vaihtoehtoon. Unohtakaa vihreä kasvu!
Unohtakaa vihreä kasvu!
Aloittakaa takasmaksu!
Aloittakaa takaisinmaksu!
Unohtakaa vihreä kasvu!
Unohtakaa vihreä kasvu!
Aloittakaa takasmaksu!
Aloittakaa takaisinmaksu!
Unohtakaa vihreä kasvu!
Unohtakaa vihreä kasvu!
Aloittakaa takasmaksu!
Aloittakaa takaisinmaksu!
Who owes who?
Who owes who?
Time to pay back!
Time to pay back!
Who owes who?
Who owes who?
Time to pay back!
Time to pay back!
Mahtavaa, mahtavaa, mahtavaa. Onko vielä joku huuto, mitä te haluatte? Huutaa vielä kerran.
Finnfund, maksa takas.
Finnfund, maksa takas!
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 Yes, hyvä, että me ollaan yhdessä oltu täällä. Näytetty Finnfundille vähän sanomaa ja todellakin nämä kamppailut on yhteisiä ja ilman sosiaalista oikeudenmukaisuutta meidän suunta ei voi olla sinne. Joten pidetään sosiaalinen oikeudenmukaisuus aktivismin keskiössä. Yes.
Kohta lähdetään hitaalle marssille. Ja jos on outreach tai deeska, niin voi tulla hakemaan näitä paikkoja.